That's it. Starting today, I'm eating a healthy diet. After my first pregnancy, I was able to adopt some healthy eating habits that just truly changed it all. I ate better, felt better, and ultimately became what I consider a better version of myself. And I'm not talking physically. Shredding a few postpartum pounds, that was just a little side benefit. But now, being 4 months postpartum since baby number 2, I'm ready to do it all again. And this time, I'm taking you with me. Passover is finally over and I can finally have my coffee again. But hey babes, what's up? It's Haley. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, off the bat, I am telling you right now, we're going to be discussing some things that some people may be sensitive about. So I'm going to be talking about weight. I'm going to be talking about postpartum gain, how it's been, introducing a diet, kind of changing some of my lifestyle habits in hopes of me losing a little bit of weight, but more importantly, starting off a healthier, more balanced lifestyle. I know, shocker. I actually mentioned that I want to lose weight. I feel like everybody's so sensitive right now to talk about this because they're like, listen, being postpartum, you have to embrace your body, you have to love every aspect of yourself. And I 100% agree on that. I mean, if you watch any of my past videos, I've been preaching time and time again how much I appreciate my body so much for being able to carry my child for 9 months, feed her because I was breastfeeding. All the weight gain, all the scars, all the stretch marks, I would do it time and time again because it's literally brought me the best joy of my life. But that being said, I also want to be very honest with you guys. And I'm telling you, sometimes I've been having a really hard time. I mean, you could be especially so used to a previous version of yourself that every time you look at the mirror, maybe you don't see what you used to. And I'm prefacing this right now. Today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about me wanting to lose a little bit of weight and exactly how I'm planning on doing it, how I did it with Aaliyah, what worked for me, what didn't. You're beautiful the way that you are, but I also don't think that it's right to just pretend like I'm 100% confident all the time. I love myself even though I have terrible eating habits, even though I'm not working out. I've had a very good experience with losing weight after I gave birth to Aaliyah in a healthy way. And surprisingly, I was actually eating more than I am currently eating right now. I was also feeling better. I had higher energy levels. I actually wanted to move my body. Instead of now, I feel like a couch potato all the time. I probably eat one meal at like 3 p.m. and then have a huge binging session right before bed. New moms, as much as your whole life is about your little baby, the number one thing for your baby is a healthy, happy, energized mom. So if you're feeling a little bit stuck or if you're just curious to see me go on this journey myself, together, let's go through it and allow me to share with you guys how I'm planning to become a better version of myself. Step 1 is all about planning. Like I said, the major change that we're going to be focusing on is everything to do with eating healthy. And I basically just wanted to start off by setting a few goals for myself that I kind of want to implement within day to day. First, very simple. I want to make sure that I'm going to be getting in 3 meals a day. This is something I now struggle with because I usually skip breakfast, snack throughout the day, and then have one big meal in the evening. Okay, goal number 2 is to keep my meals within the same time frame every single day. I think doing this will also help me kind of create a schedule for my day so I always know when I'm expected to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I also really want to do my best to space out my meals as I eat them in the day. Goal number 3 in this eating plan, I want to stop eating before 7:30 p.m. every single night. After I gave birth to Aaliyah, I actually applied this like 21-day little diet with my fitness coach. She recommended to stop eating after 7:30 every single night because, as she explained to me, it's ideal not to be eating a huge meal right before bed. Goal number 4 is to balance out my portions. The way that I'm going to be using this is by using the hand rule. And what the hand rule method is, it pretty much means when you're going and planning out your meals, you're going to be using different aspects of your hand to help you with portioning how much you want to eat. For example, the palm size here, a cup of it would be the size of your carbs. If you close up your fist, that's going to be the size of your protein. Your thumb is going to be the size of the fat. And then your whole open hand will be the size of your fruits and your vegetables. Portions is one of the things I struggle with the most. I have very hungry eyes, so I usually load up my plate so much with everything. And I don't fear carbs. I'm not scared of carbs, but I would notice that 90% of my plate would just be a carb source, which ended up making me feel super full without having as much nutritional benefits as protein or vegetables would. And then finally, this is usually everybody's golden rule, I really want to get myself to be drinking more water. I am one of those basic girls. I do have my Stanley cup. I'm gonna make it a goal for myself to finish at least 2 of those a day. But yeah, it's 40 ounces each, so to drink about 8 ounces a day, that's my goal. Being honest, I don't see that being too much of a challenge because I actually really love water, and especially iced water. And now that we finally have a fridge that's connected to a water line, I can have as much iced size as I want. So that's definitely one I have a feeling I can hit. Okay, next. It's really easy to tell yourself that you're gonna start eating healthy. One of the hardest aspects is knowing what it is that you should be eating. So let's get some meal inspo. I already have a folder on Instagram of a bunch of different meals and recipes that I've saved that I wanna go ahead and try. At the same time, I also love to browse Pinterest. And one of my favorite apps actually is called Yumly. I'm gonna put it over here. What I absolutely love about this app is that it connects a bunch of different blog posts from the internet all in one app. So you guys can go ahead and browse photos of like foods that look really good to you. You could save those foods to lists, and then when you want to see the recipe, it directs you exactly to that blog post. So you don't have to go on Google and do a bunch of searching. It's all in one place. Anybody else hungry? I sure am. Now finally, let's move on to the grocery shopping. I like to kind of split up my grocery list into different sections. I have a list for the carbs I want to get, for the proteins, fruits, vegetables, fats, and snacks as well. It will definitely help your shopping to have a list, and I personally like to take a physical list with me. Okay, our grocery list is ready. Oh man. Hey Siri, take me to the nearest Home Goods. I am stuck in my car. Even though I got my rain boots on, I'm like waiting for this rain to die down. Oh my goodness. But why am I taking you guys to HomeSense with me? I actually think one of the most important things for you to be inspired to cook yourself some meals is to be able to see everything you have in your fridge. The way that my fridge is laid out right now, you guys saw it's a long fridge, so because of that, it's really hard to see a lot of the stuff I have in there. So I came to HomeSense right now so I can get some things that can help me organize it. So then when I go and get a bunch of stuff from the grocery store, I can organize it in a way that's easy to access. I can meal prep all of it, wash it up, cut it up, have it all be ready, and then it will just make everyday prep that much easier. So okay, it looks like the rain died down. I'm gonna go in and see what kind of organizational boxes we can find. By the way, a really popular question I always get asked is where my pots are from. I actually get them all from Home Goods. It's this Masterclass brand. They're the best. They're like a stoneware, so like they last a really long time. They're also non-stick. They come in a bunch of different sizes and different colors, and I even love the little speckle print. And if you guys don't want to be extra like me, you could literally find Stanley Cup dupes here. I mean, $60.99, definitely better than $45. Okay, so hear me out. When it comes to like storage containers and boxes, they've got to look cute. I found these acrylic ones that I thought were perfect for meal prepping. Every time I'm at Home Goods, I can't resist checking out their food sections. They have so many cool pastas. I found this lentil soup mix, which I think will be so delicious, and it's got a bunch of protein in it. So I just couldn't resist grabbing these super cute utensils. I mean, look at these colors. This is gonna look so nice in my kitchen. Still raining. Quick stop to do my nails though, because I can't believe you guys actually have to endure the video with nails like these. Like I said, postpartum mama. It's time for me to take care of myself. Like this is bad. This is bad. And all that time it took me to do my nails, it's now sunny out. Okay, you guys, just pulled up at Trader Joe's. It's a little bit later in the day, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some more grocery shopping. I actually went on Instagram and I asked you guys to let me know what your favorite Trader Joe products are, because a lot of you have some like die-hard faves or even really good items that sometimes are healthier substitutions. So I really wanted your opinion on that. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, definitely follow me. It's Haley's Corner with 2 R's. I always ask you guys for polls, take you behind the scenes, and kind of show you life on a daily there. But you came up with a bunch of really good stuff. So keeping this list in mind, let's go hunt for some good Trader Joe stuff. These coconut chips will be so good for yogurt bowls. Jalapeno peppers, you guys, definitely not my request. My husband just demanded that I get them from here. Hi guys, Haley from the future, quickly popping in. I just wanted to give a quick announcement. The HAYLO collection sale is officially live. Eran and I actually launched a jewelry collection of necklaces with these stunning pendants that you can wear to represent your love, your family, your best friend, or anybody that's important to you. You can keep them close to your heart. We're currently offering free shipping with guaranteed delivery before Mother's Day, so you can give this to your loved one. This is the first thing that we ever launched, and it's doing so amazing, so thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I'm gonna leave the links down below to check out HAYLO collections so you guys can wear your story and keep your loved ones close to your heart. Now, back to the video. Hey you guys, it is the next day. I was literally so pooped after doing all that shopping yesterday, but already getting started on the healthy meals. We got some salmon and some steamed broccoli, but let's get on the meal prep today. Today is meal prep day. Here are just some of the groceries that we got. I have some more things I put in the freezer last night. Hey, it's B-roll. Oh man. Okay guys, first let's talk about your carbs, because between me and you, carbs are my absolute favorite. Whoever says if you go on a diet you have to stop eating carbs, that's not true. Carbs are such an important way for you to infuse your body with energy, and at the same time they're really great at helping keep yourself full. I'm gonna go through a couple of my favorite carb options for you to add to your own grocery list. Okay, first off, when it comes to bread, the main thing you're gonna want to look for is whole grain bread, and it's different from whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread usually has a tinge that is a little bit more brown, but you want something that says whole grains. This specific one is Dave's Killer Bread. They have a lot of different variations. So on this plan, I'm going to be eating one slice of bread with each of my meals because, again, I want to try to get full off of the other things like the proteins and the vegetables, but we still need to have some carbs in there. Or on the other hand, you could have 1 cup of any of these other carbs. My sister-in-law actually told me to pick up this rice medley. Sometimes making rice is so time consuming, and this one I love because it's super quick. You just pop it in the microwave and you have rice ready. But then obviously I have my typical rice as well. You could definitely use regular rice, but I actually like to substitute it with brown rice or whole grain rice because it does have a bit more fiber and it's more beneficial for you. So when it comes to pastas, you can obviously use regular pasta if you'd like. I personally really like to play around with different pasta alternatives. Here's a couple alternatives. We got some red lentil pasta. I personally really like chickpea pasta. I feel like this one tastes the most similar to regular pasta, but it's got more fiber and more protein in it as well. And then I forgot about this one. I was actually going to include it in the protein section, but I found edamame pasta, which is pretty cool. It's literally just one ingredient, which is soybeans. And this has an insane amount of protein. Here's a comparison. Regular wheat pasta has 12 grams of protein, while this one has 44. So 12 grams of protein versus 44, that's an insane difference. So I'm excited to try this and hopefully it tastes good. And then finally, some other grains that I love as well. First of all, we have quinoa. It's just a really great base if you want to make yourself a bowl with a bunch of like veggies and proteins on top. Potatoes, as much as they are a vegetable, they're actually considered a starchy carb. And then finally, a really great option for breakfast protein is oats. So I actually like to get rolled oats. You can get quick oats as well. And this is actually how I love to store all of my grains. If you guys notice, I have these containers from Amazon. I got like a pack of 30 containers for maybe 60 bucks, which is a really great deal because they're super high quality and they come in a bunch of different sizes. And I also just prefer to have it like this in my pantry versus like this. So I would take it out of the bag, transfer it into a plastic container like this, and I would actually cut out the label with the instructions of how to cook it. And then that way you kind of have it on you at all times. Proteins. Okay, so when it comes to proteins, this is probably what people get the most stressed out about because sometimes they take the most amount of preparation, but really if you meal prep this, it's very easy and it's very quick. Let me take you through a couple of my favorite proteins. Let's start with the animal-based proteins because those are a little bit easier to talk about. So obviously eggs. This is going to be something I'm going to incorporate into every single one of my breakfast meals. Will I get tired of eggs by the time I'm done eating this way? Probably, but eggs very high in protein. Whenever I go ahead and make my toast, like avocado toast, I always like to add a nice big spoonful of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is really high in protein. If you're someone who loves dairy, definitely try cottage cheese if you haven't already. I especially like to sprinkle on the everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's on top of this and on top of toast. It tastes amazing. And then for animal-based protein, because my husband and I keep kosher, we actually don't eat pork, but some of the animal-based proteins that we do consume is beef, chicken, turkey, and we like fish too. So salmon and tuna, love that. Whenever I send Eran to the store, this is usually the kind of meats that I ask him to pick up. Sometimes we get these little ground beef patties. They're just a really nice way to make like quick kebabs or quick burgers. Chicken drumsticks, I really like them. I like to make them in like a honey teriyaki glaze often, or even just grill them in the oven. I usually like to get ground turkey or ground chicken. They didn't have it, so we just got some regular ground beef to have as well. If you want to make yourself like a taco protein bowl, those are amazing. And for chicken, I like to get a mix of both chicken breast and chicken thighs. Chicken breast is a lot leaner. There's a lot less fat in it, but it is a chicken that gets very dry. And then chicken thighs, on the other hand, these are delicious to grill. They're really good to pan fry. I like to make shawarma out of this, so I would just cut it into little pieces and pan fry it with a bunch of spices. And like I said, we also love salmon. I feel like I've been eating this for so long. Oh, and how can I forget? Canned tuna. Very easy fave, so quick to make as a tuna salad. And then here are a couple options for plant-based proteins that I either like to integrate as the main protein source or just to add as a topping to get some extra protein into your meals. So first of all, obviously, is tofu. There's different ways that you can eat tofu. I personally love making tofu scramble, kind of like scrambled eggs. When you add a bunch of spices, it tastes really good. And then legumes. I like to get the beans already cooked in a can because it's much faster. And then other than beans, green lentils, red lentils, I love as well. They're a really great side. They taste so good and they are my favorite in soups. And then finally, if you want to add a little bit of protein into your smoothie bowls, into your yogurt bowls, or if you want to just top off a salad or something with it, you can add hemp hearts and chia seeds. These are both super high in protein and high in fiber as well. I mean, just 2 tablespoons of these chia seeds have 5 grams of protein. You can also make chia pudding with this. I'm showing you guys what these meals look like on screen, but if you guys personally want to see me do them, just stick around with my vlogs. I'm going to be sharing my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks every single day as I vlog, but those are really great protein toppers. Next, we are moving on to our healthy fats. Like I said, we are not trying to have a diet with no fat. Fat is actually really good for you, especially if you can find it through good food sources. I have Eran the trainer also telling me that healthy fats are also good for your hormones, apparently. Learning something new every day. Keep in mind, it's not good to cut out anything. It's really good to just have a balance of things. And if you are trying, for example, to incorporate more fats into your diet, just try to incorporate more healthy fats like this. So if you are going to be cooking with oil, because obviously we need to cook with oil, just opt for healthier oils like avocado oil or coconut oil is a really good option as well. I actually really love sesame oil as well. It adds a ton of flavor into foods. Then you have your nuts and your nut butters. So obviously, ideally, you want to get nuts that are raw, that are not roasted, because those have a ton of sodium in it. They're not the best for you. But if you are eating raw nuts or even adding hemp seeds to your diet, like I mentioned, these are all really good options for healthy fat as well. And if you are someone who absolutely loves peanut butters, try out almond butter and cashew butter. Just try to get the ones that are all natural, that don't have any added sugars or added oils. So this natural almond butter is automatically sweet, so it doesn't have any added sugar. The ingredients are literally just dry roasted almonds and palm oil. And my absolute favorite healthy fat is avocados. This is something that I'm probably going to add into every single meal. A quarter of an avocado or half an avocado is usually equivalent to the thumb size fat that you're trying to go for in your meals. And I love adding it in so many different ways, mashed or sliced in toasts and salads, or even just to eat it like that with like some salt and lemon on top. Oh, it's amazing. And then finally, we have all of our fruits, veggies, and produce. With this, you really just have to see what it is that you love, what it is you're actually going to reach for, and how you can use these things in a versatile way. Baby Naomi wanted to join a little party, but I already started to meal prep a bunch of this, and I do want to go ahead and wash up a few more of these fruits. And what I noticed with veggies and fruits, if they're not washed up, if they're not cut up, I don't tend to reach for them, and that's when they go bad and they're very hard to eat. So if you peel, cut, prep, and box everything away in advance, it's so much easier to just grab it and make a quick meal or even have it as a snack. Typical veggies, lettuce, tomato, cucumbers. I love to make fresh salads. With the heartier vegetables like celery and carrots, I really like to incorporate that into my soups. And then if I can sneak some veggies into some things like dumplings or wontons, then I would go ahead and add the already ready veggie blends. And then if you guys have never tried spaghetti squash, it is the absolute best thing ever. I have to show you guys a recipe on how to make it. With my meal prep, I like to take one day in the week where I go dice up everything, cut it up, put it on a pan, and put it in the oven. That way you have some ready roasted veggies that you can add as a side to every single one of your meals. And when you've got a little baby at home, you can go ahead and blend that up and give it to them as a solid as well. Bananas, other than a good snack, I actually like to add them into banana pancakes. That's kind of like the base to make them sweet. If you can find dried, dehydrated fruits with no added sugars, they make a really good snack because fruits are considered carbs. Coconut chips from Trader Joe's, I'm going to be using that to top off my bowls as well. And you could do the same thing with dried raisins or dried cranberries or even some pomegranate seeds. Fruits and vegetables, the opportunities are endless, and I'm hoping that every single one of my meals, half of my plate is going to be filled with all of this healthy produce. Aaron is about to go have his meal right over there. But before I get to wash everything up, I wanted to quickly check out this Amazon package of what I got for the fruits and the veggies. Okay, so these containers, it comes with a set of 3 and they kind of like stack on top of each other. This big one, I love that it has this netting on the bottom so that when you go wash your lettuce, over time all of the liquid and stuff can kind of come to the bottom, so you're not left with soggy vegetables. And then each has also a long version, and then these little ones as well, which are really good for like berries and snacks. feeding session. Aaliyah also just got home. Aaliyah, say hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Good morning.
Mommy.
I love y'all.
Hello.
But guys, this is just kind of part one of this whole healthy lifestyle. It's everything to do with like the healthy diet right now. But obviously the future videos will also talk about what I'm doing in terms of attaining my fitness goals, with working out, with training. I want to take you guys along with trying a lot of classes with me. I want to try Pilates. I want to try yoga. I want to try all these things that you are probably curious about and give you my thoughts on what I think. So I'm gonna go and meal prep this as I go. Whenever I have a free moment, I'm gonna wash up and prep some veggies, and I'm gonna do that throughout the day because realistically I still have a lot of other things that I need to take care of in the day. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration in terms of how you can get started if this is something you want to do for yourself too. And again, nobody ever should pressure you or make you feel like the way you look now is not enough or it's not a certain standard, because you are beautiful the way that you are. This is me really just wanting to make a change so that I feel like a better version of myself health-wise, so I have a little bit more energy in the day to take on everything that I want to do. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, especially if you're someone who loves food like me. If you're watching up to this point, you're the real MVP. We love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to now, comment down below foodies, because we are all foodies up in here at Haley's Corner, right, Aaliyah?
Look.
Nuts. Say nuts.
Nuts.
Say I'm a foodie.
Foodie.
Yeah, she's also a foodie. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and stay tuned for all of the vlogs where I'm going to share with you guys all the meals that I'm going to be sharing in my day and giving you progress on how I've been feeling, how I've been eating, and how this new healthy diet is going. Love you all, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Bye bye.